Paint came out pretty good on these ones. Though I didn't know what the heck I was doing. I just knew that I didn't want to start out with a white base, so I started out with a black base. Threw some pearlized white over the bottom. Little color shift blue, purple on the top. And then wrapped it. Threw some of that color shift green gold on there. Purple on the bottom. Came back, hit it with a little bit of sepia. And then black around the eyes. And the sides. Came out pretty good though. The reason I did this on the side is because it kind of resembled the bass pattern to me, and I'm like, yeah, I'll just kind of make it look bassy. And then since I've switched up, kind of funny something I'm doing here on the tails, switched up, I'm not putting the paintbrush tails or rubber tails on these because it hinders the knock of this third piece. When I leave this third piece free to do what it's got to do back there. Some of the baits that I have made do have the tails on them. It doesn't really hinder it. I want that thing to be able to be back there just smacking and knocking and doing its thing. So I kind of painted to look a little bit like a tail, but not really too much. I hate this camera. It always wants to glitch on me. Anyways, I got 4 of these. One is already spoken for, so I actually have 3 of these wakes ready to go. Well, I don't have them ready to go yet, but I paint these guys in pieces like this. A little easier for me than to have them together and paint them. So I paint them in pieces, take them apart, put all the hardware, the connector hardware. I put the line ties and everything on first, then I paint them, do all that. That way those guys are in there and epoxied. These are a lot bigger and a lot longer for the connectors, so I don't really worry too much about having the bait all connected. It's just so hard to epoxy the baits if it's all together. The way that I do it, I use BSI. I use BSI for everything on these, and it works. Hasn't failed me. I've tried to go to other stuff, and it has failed me, horribly failed me, and maybe ruin a whole bunch of baits. So sticking with the Bob Smith Industries 2-ton 30-minute epoxy. Funny, I missed a little bit of white on that nose. I don't think it's that noticeable. I mean, it kind of is, but just a little bit. Almost looks like a two-face. Anyways, bass ain't gonna care. They're gonna chomp those things. Another thing in the backyard here, I got the bluegill pond. They're down in there. Some of them are getting about the size of my hand. And this doesn't look like much. It's all trashed up right now. I got so much that I'm doing to this. I'm going to be building a big old pond right here. Dug it down, dug all the clay out. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna take out all the dry rot and replace it, and then I'm gonna come back and paint a lot of this wood. Then we're gonna put boards up like this and around it. You'll see when it's done. It doesn't look like much right now, but it'll be badass when it's finished. It'll be pretty damn big. It's got that little kick out, so it will be pretty big. May put a bass in here. Anyways, Bass Layers, thanks for watching.